go Raptors! Those are my boys, beating the Boston Celtics 103-102. Amir Johnson came up with a double-double. Reggie Evans did his thing rebounding, and Bargnani handled the scoring. Big win for the Raptors, but of course the Celtics were minus Rajon Rondo, and you could actually see it in the way they were playing. They set up a lot of isolation plays for Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce, but they weren't really distributing the ball well. So obviously Rondo's value was apparent throughout the game, and they missed a lot of big opportunities coming back. I think they had like a 10 or 12-0 run to tie the game and take the lead late in the fourth quarter, but Amir Johnson hit those two big free throws, and that made the game history. The Raptors have now won 3 in a row, and they won this game most recently without the services of Jarret, Jack, and Marcus Banks, who were shipped early Saturday morning, or Sunday morning I should say, in the AM hours somewhere, Saturday night or Sunday morning, to the New Orleans Hornets for Peja, Stojakovic, and Bayless. Now Bayless averages more points and slightly less assists than Jarret Jack, so he can play that role for the Raptors. And of course, Peja brings scoring and a big contract. But you know what? The Raptors need another scorer. They're not at this point going to go out and find a star that dominates, but it's good to have another secondary guy that's kind of like Bargnani, but a little bit smoother with the threes, that can take some pressure off him in key situations. The Raptors actually, they move on to face Philadelphia Wednesday, and both those guys are expected to be in the lineup. But one thing I question is, what is Bryan Colangelo really doing? I mean, he can help us make the playoffs this year, perhaps, with that trade, but is it really worth it? Are we going to beat the Celtics or Miami in a 7-game series? I don't think so. Secondly, I mean, when you don't have a superstar, when you lost your franchise player, I don't care what Colangelo says, he was a franchise player here. You gotta rebuild, and is this the right way to rebuild? I mean, I think Peja's a free agent at the end of the year, or something like that. I can't remember, but maybe it's to free up money at the end of the season, which is a decent move, but I don't like the idea of us finishing in the middle of the pack because we need a good draft pick. The fact of the matter is we need to force American players to play here via the draft, because I don't think freeing up money is necessarily going to get us the best players in the summer. No one really wants to play here, and the fact is that if we do get a star through free agency, they're going to be grossly overpaid just to come here and be a big name, but maybe they'll be late in their career or kind of unproven or raw, but we'll overpay them anyways and at least have some kind of a star player to market to us silly Raptors fans. That's my story though. All I want to know is, do you think this trade makes the Raptors a playoff contender? Leave your comments below. You're watching Sports by Jack, and I'll see you again next time.